And I am live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for showing up. I very much appreciate it. This is sort of a basically a hangout, talk pop culture, and kind of celebrate all the winning that's been happening recently. For me specifically, it is getting my memberships, at least the perks, approved by YouTube. So if you want to join my channel, I'm not expecting anyone to. I'm not saying that you should be obligated to. I'm just saying that that option is available. It was approved, and I got my emotes set up and so forth. You can see them if you're a member, as well as Lethal Lightning also having his memberships approved. So if you haven't already joined his channel, and if you can do so, I recommend doing it. I did, and I love the emotes that he uploaded. Drunk 3PO reaching over 10,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. And then speaking of milestones, I lost track of where Ryan Kinnell has finally ended up as far as his subscribers. Last I saw, it was pushing 18,000. For all I know, he could have reached 18,000 by now, because it got to a point where we're like, I'm going to stop taking, someone said they're going to stop taking screenshots because it kept going and going and going. Basically, it's all like 2020 started out as crap, and now it just seems like it's at least starting to get better, at least on YouTube's end. So I'm going to say hello to the chat, and like I said, it's going to be kind of just a chat about pop culture. Something I read about Naughty Dog's original ending that I don't know if people have seen. I found interesting. It's about a day old, but because I was off the internet for most of yesterday, I kind of missed it. But I figure people knowing the ending and seeing what the original ending was going to be, I feel like you're going to be wondering why they changed their minds the way they did. But at any rate, I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then we'll move on into the discussion. So from the top, we have Brian King. Hey, Mara. Hello. If you're still here, thank you for stopping in. And then Alex Rogan's Ghost, who joined the Emperor's Hand tier. Very much appreciated. Hello, all. Still love that avatar name. Still love that picture. Last Starfighter is one of my favorite movies growing up. Love it. Orange Chat Reviews, congratulations on membership. Thank you very much. Come July, you'll have me on there. You don't have to. I appreciate it if you do, but like I said, I'm really not expecting anybody to. It's more or less kind of like the positive feeling I have just being able to do it. It came out of the blue, that option. I wasn't expecting it because I thought you had to reach a certain number of subscribers, and then I saw the option appear when I logged on to YouTube one day. So Max Works, thank you for stopping by. Hello, appreciate it. You were able to join. Trey Courtney, hail. Sister Harrow, thank you for stopping by. Hail. I'm happy that you are able to hopefully at least catch it with the time differences and everything. Okay, Apollo Patriot, hail blue Twi'lek women, but what is it with you and spider eggs all of a sudden? I don't like spiders, so what is it with you and spider eggs all of a sudden? Yes, thank you. Yes. Some of my favorite movies, got Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Gremlins, Fright Night, Ghostbusters, Jaws, Big Trouble in Little China, and then, I don't know, can't really see. Boondock Saints, Jurassic Park, Phantasm is hidden behind that, as well as Exorcist, as well, and then Buckaroo Banzai poster back there. So I'm hoping to put up more, just to give you a quick idea of some of the posters I have yet to put up. One is this that I got that I want to put up. Let's see. And then everybody's favorite movie, Batman v Superman. I want to put that up. And then hold on 1 second. Let me pull out the other ones that I have. Okay, bear with me 1 second. All right. Original Halloween poster. Not the original, but the original design. And then the remake on the back I got for free because there was a slight defect on it when I bought it. And then I have to say, even for nostalgia reasons, my favorite Batmans growing up. Batman and Batman Returns. I would love to put those posters up at some point, but my schedule has not really allowed me to have the time to figure out how to arrange them. Thank you, Subhuman. Appreciate you showing up. Congrats on membership approval. It shocked me. It pretty much shocked me. Airlock policy 19K6. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but thank you for stopping by. Eric, busy day catching up on schoolwork. Hopefully tomorrow I can relax a little bit, but I do have other assignments I have to work on that are due on Sunday. It is what it is when you're in school. Okay, so it's 19K. I stopped paying attention to it only because it kept increasing to the point where I'm like, I can't keep up. Just dropped in to say hi. Hope you're doing well. Just tired, but thank you for stopping by. Geese024. She asked, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't want to mispronounce it. Rana Studios, congrats. Thank you, Robot Shlomo. First time I'm seeing you in the chat. Hey, Jade Shadow, thank you for stopping by. Rob, very much appreciate that. What is with you and spider eggs? Raging Rhino, Hale, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate that. And Larry, thank you, new member. Thank you for becoming a member to my channel. Appreciate it. Dave M is also a channel member. And while I'm at it, let me say this. I want to thank all who have become members so far. Sorry, I'm going to bring up the tab so I can list them off and not miss anyone. There isn't a lot, but I don't want to miss anyone when it comes to giving shout outs. I don't like doing that. Okay, so basically, I want to thank Larry, Alex Rogan's Ghost, Dave M, Michael Tinnen, Matthew Drew, Lady Tariel, and last but certainly not least, my other half from the Nerdy and the Lethal Lightning. Thank you all for becoming members to my channel. Okay, Brian King is still here. Congrats. Jason C stopping in. Hail Mara, hail chat. Yes. Chaos Dragon Knight, thank you for stopping by. Lord Nemesis, we had an interesting exchange. Sorry, my guard was up with the whole naughty dog stands that were coming at me for some of my videos, so we worked it out, but thank you for stopping by, Hail. Very much appreciated. Let's see, yeah. Army of Darkness, I love. Yeah, the Batman, awesome. Yes, the Batman. I'm going to at some point put them up. I figure out how I'm going to rearrange them and so forth, because I do also have the prequel posters that I've yet to put up as well. So I have to kind of rearrange the Star Wars posters because I like to put them in an episodic order, and then have the Darth Vader one be in the middle, because that's your Empire Needs You poster, one of my favorites. So new sub. Thank you, Subhuman. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wow. Thank you all to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I cannot see what exactly membership tier you have, but whatever tier you select, I appreciate it. So thank you. If these posters I bought at a convention called Monster Bash, and technically it would be this weekend, and as far as I know it's still going on, but not able to get out there this year. And every time I go there, there's a guy that sells a bunch of posters, and they're basically like $5 a piece, more or less. So I always get a bunch whenever I'm there. So next time I'm able to go, which will probably, if not later this year, because sometimes they have it twice a year, would be not until next year. So I will definitely be on the lookout for the 1978 poster, because while I do love Henry Cavill as Superman, I am a Snyder fan of his DCEU films. I do love Christopher Reeve, because for the longest time he was my Superman. I grew up on my favorite Superman films, even though I was more of a Batman chick. Where it was the first one, and definitely the second one, when you get introduced to General Zod. And I think, like, arguably, as much as I love the first one, I think arguably the second one's just a little bit better. In my opinion, a little bit better. Oh, it'd be an idea. I mean, like I said, I only go off of what he has available, what he has generally in stock. So if he doesn't have it in stock, I can't get it. And I don't remember ever seeing that. But at the same time, he always gets new ones in. So whenever I have a chance to go, basically I'll be getting more posters, because I want to cover that part of the wall right there. Hopefully, I'd love to see a Deathstroke cut. I want to see what he would have been like, in terms of, like, I guess, his appearance in Justice League, with the Snyder cut being released next year, to see if maybe, just maybe, if it's well received, then we might get, hopefully, fingers crossed, if Ben Affleck comes back for anyone, he'll come back for Zack Snyder, that we could get maybe that Batman film and have Deathstroke in it. Would very much love to see that. Let's see. The Senate, thank you for stopping by. The Empire did absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever. Long live the Emperor. Hail to the Emperor. Well, there you go, Senate. There you go. The Empire needs you. There you go. Yeah, I do want the Batfleck series. Again, I'm basically slowly building up the poster collection. More or less, at times it was what I could afford, because I'm working for a school district that doesn't like paying people, some, like, at least the summer part of the time, a lot of money. I could only spend so much at a time. I am going to look online to see if I can find those posters, since I'm not going tomorrow. So basically, right now, from the top, I have Little Shop of Horrors, Superman 1978, and then the Lethal Weapon and Die Hard posters I'll be adding to the wall. And any other movie suggestions you have. Maybe I might look for a Child's Play one, original Child's Play one. I did catch a little bit, clips here and there of the new Child's Play, and I was not impressed. And then when I found out the reason why Chucky in that movie went bad, I was like, no. Can't do it. Doesn't work. So, before I go into the pop culture, this is a tweet that I had shared a while back, and basically, and this is not an oopsie from Warner Brothers not stopping any pictures from being released. Basically, that is Cheetah. That is Cheetah. Patty Jenkins shared these images, and then a DC account subsequently retweeted those pictures, and now we're seeing everything from the leaks, and then the oopsie daisy costumes that were not pulled when the movie was delayed. Now we're saying this is what Cheetah is going to look like. Pretty much. This is what Cheetah is going to look like. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty generic, but what killed it for me, okay, Wolfgang says a little Shop of Horror poster. What killed it for me was the, sorry, what was I talking? Oh, the Child's Play movie. What killed it for me was the reason why the doll went bad. Spoiler alert, if you've not seen the movie, cover your ears or stop this live stream and then start it back up again. Spoiler alert, the reason why Chucky goes bad is because whatever chip was in the doll, or whatever kept the doll from going insane and batshit crazy murderous spree, the designer removed that from one of the dolls before he killed himself, and that's why the doll goes bad and starts killing basically everyone around him. And I'm like, that does not work. Does not work, because you cannot have Chucky without Charles Lee Ray. That was the point of the whole Child's Play movie, the first one from 1988, is that Charles Lee Ray puts his soul into the doll, and that is why, big reason why, he can't be killed. Fast forward to the remake, take the batteries out. That's how you defeat him, essentially, pretty much. And yes, it is very horrendous. The costume, yes, looks worse than Cats. Bone, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, the Mark Hamill, like, he basically does a lot of good voiceover work, but the AI stuff, no. But yeah, so basically, this looks like, based on this image and the costume, looks like you're dressing as Lady Gaga, who is herself dressing as a cheetah. That is what this looks like. You look up images from DC Comics of Cheetah. Why couldn't they go with any one of those? Guaranteed they could have made it work. It probably would have been a combination of practical effects and a little bit of CGI and so forth, which I am imagining will be the case, a lot of practical effects and CGI with this, but why do you have what looks like, at best, and this is no offense when I say this, but it looks like Ziggy Starfield. Or Ziggy Stardust. It looks like that. And I mean no offense when I say this. I mean no offense, but this is not Cheetah. This is not Cheetah. Talking Tina. That's the doll you're talking about, right? Twilight Zone in the 1960s. Talking Tina freaked me the hell out when I was a kid. My dad used to watch Twilight Zone when he was a kid, and then he subsequently, when he got when the VHS was a thing, he bought all these Twilight Zone VHS tapes with episodes on it, and yeah, that episode freaked me out as a kid. It's part of the reason why that, and then fast forward to the Child's Play movie, is why I will not have dolls that size at all anywhere near me. It kind of just, I know they're not going to come alive. But at the same time, I'm like, nope. So, yeah. It looks like, cheating. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, that's basically what she does. I mean, I love Aubrey. I love her as an actress. I love Aubrey Plaza as an actress. She was probably, if I were to be a character on Parks and Recs, I would be either her or Ron Swanson in terms of personality and in terms of not giving a shit. I would be one of those two characters from Parks and Recs. She was one of my favorites. Like those two, that dynamic of those two is what made the show for me, at least when I used to watch it. But here it is, everybody. This is Cheetah. This is what we have to look forward to in October. October 2nd of this year is when, hopefully, no other pushbacks, when this movie is finally going to be released and I can see it and give my honest take on it. Right now, I am very, very apprehensive. Mendelicki looks like Sting if Sting was rotting away. That is kind of an offense to Sting, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, it does look like him, pretty much. Then I can give my honest take, see it on the weekend, and then do a live stream where I talk about my feelings on the movie. Right now, I am very apprehensive because so far the trailer that was released looks like the leaks are true, and then the pictures of Cheetah showing that that's true, and I'm thinking, maybe an execution, this movie can be good, but I don't know. Patty Jenkins is going to have to prove that she's able to stand on her own as far as dealing with these characters. She has nice melons on top. Am I complaining to become a furry? Well, it's Kristen Wiig. So take that for what you will. I'm not sure if you consider her melons to be worthy enough for you to become a furry in this instance, but we'll see. We'll see what she looks like in the movie. But yeah, that is what that is, folks. I don't know, Trey Courtney. I don't know what happened to good costume design from the DCEU. They have how many decades of source material? How many decades of different variations of each of their characters that they could pull from? Like kind of like, for example, with Birds of Prey, how they could have, if they wanted a black canary, they could have pulled. They actually had a black canary in one of those alternate universes, alternate storylines, alternate Earths storylines. They could have used. She had just about no origin story, and she didn't even have a name from what I can remember. So if they wanted to do it, they could have used her and used that movie sort of as a vehicle for her origin story and implemented her as part of the Birds of Prey if they wanted to go that route. Or they could have just fucking simply used Dinah Lance, the actual Dinah Lance, from the Birds of Prey. No one cares about skin color. At least no normal person cares about skin color because we don't have the virtue signal. As long as the character is good, we look beyond that. But so, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring up another article that I found on Den of Geek that is also now becoming a bane of my existence. As almost as bad, if not worse, of other sites like CBR. And that is, I will bring this up, the original ending for The Last of Us Part 2 was much darker. The original ending was much darker. So going into this article real fast, this is opens up Neil Druckmann and Hallie Gross, open up about the making of the game and its shocking original ending. So here are some differences. Also, other than the ending, is that from Joel's original final words before his death, that was supposed to be Sarah, his ill-fated relationship with a woman named Esther, and how Ellie and Abby would have originally spent 5 days in Seattle instead of 3. The latter tidbit in particular interesting, as it would have meant that Ellie would have spent way more time learning about the Seraphites on their home turf. Having not played the game, I have no idea what the hell that even means. But basically, those are some of the changes that was supposed to be in the game. Now, the game itself is already 100 gigabytes. I know it's like obscenely large data file for you to download if you were to buy the digital copy. And then I think like the physical copy was 2 discs. So, and speaking of the man who capitalized on the whole Naughty Dog Last of Us Part 2 situation, I'm going into an article that I don't know if you saw, but apparently the ending was originally much darker to Last of Us Part 2. But hello, Ryan.
I mean, if by much darker you mean that Abby was going to die, that's all that it was.
Yeah.
I did a video on this a couple days ago. Neil Druckmann changed the ending of The Last of Us Part 2. That's what I titled it. And they said for over half of like the time they were producing it, the intention was for Abby to die at the end. I don't think that's dark. I think that's what fucking makes sense.
Yeah. It makes sense because that's literally Ellie's goal through most of the game. It's a revenge tale.
It's way darker to just kill fucking hundreds of people for literally no reason, which is what ended up happening.
Pretty much. That's what it pretty much ended up being. Just like it's kind of like John Wick gets to the final boss in his film and decides, you know what, I'm gonna spare you. Pretty much. Like that's like it defeats the whole purpose of the whole revenge tale. It doesn't matter if it's a video game or movie. It does not make sense. Revenge tales basically is you get to the final boss, in this case, Abby, it's going to be she has to die. Now, how many times you had to play through the scenario if you yourself die is another situation. That's kind of like gameplay and controls and so forth. But the story should be Abby dies because that, and then you could have still had the internal conflict with Ellie about revenge, because then she would have been like, you know, went through all that, and does it change anything that happens sort of a situation?
The whole thing is at the end, right? I understand what they're saying. They're like, oh, someone has to end the cycle of violence. Well, okay, yeah, we fucking get it. That's not some fucking high IQ thing, right? It's fucking simple to understand. But the problem is, if say if she had killed Abby and then gone home to realize that Dina had left, that she had taken the baby, that she had fucking nothing left after it, that would be a statement about how, you know, revenge doesn't fucking get you anything. You know, all right. But the fact that she decided not to take revenge and then goes home and has nothing, and that Ellie, what the fuck is this? That Ellie is the one who, or not Ellie, that Abby is the one who Abby is the one who gets everything she wants. She gets revenge. You know, like she ends up fine. You know, she gets to escape. Abby saves her and she's able to escape with a person she cares about. So it's just fucking dumb.
Yeah, which, I mean, I haven't played the game, so I'm not sure exactly what her connection necessarily is to, because I think the character that she Abby saves is Lev.
Yeah.
He's also tied up with her as part of that, I don't want to say crucifixion, but whatever it is the Seraphites were doing to them. So she learns nothing. She has no moral consequences, no internal conflict. She got her revenge. She moved on. She was spared, and she's now able to live with Lev, I guess, the kid that she cares about. And meanwhile, like you said, Ellie has nothing. She goes home and there's nothing.
Yeah, she's lost everything. Literally, she can't even have the memories of Joel.
Yeah,
like playing the guitar. She can't even have that.
No. So it's I don't know, like, it's just, I don't know, mind-boggling to me how they thought this game would go over well. Oh, they thought it would go over well, but like at the same time, it's like whenever you're inserting identity politics into something, that's all that matters. You're not caring about story that much and how well it's going to be received by the audience at this point. So, yeah, like I was off the internet for most of yesterday, so I'm basically seeing this first. And
yeah, it's a whole. So Neil Druckmann and Hallie Gross did an interview with IndieWire where they asked a shit ton of questions. There's a lot in there. There's nothing like crazy, but that is one of the things. Another thing is they'd asked him about a sequel. They asked him about The Last of Us Part 3, and could it happen? And he gives some kind of very vague answer. Those are the two biggest things that stood out to me.
So it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm just looking at it story-wise, and just nothing about it makes sense. You'd have to find some resolution, and it ends with none, really, as far as Ellie goes. So I think she might have been, like, Joel might have been the fan favorite overall for the first game, but Ellie was pretty damn beloved with people, and the fact that they did her pretty much dirty like that. Oh, sorry. Steph, hello. Sorry, I was looking at the other screen.
That's okay. I can't stay long, Mark, because I have a lot of stuff to do for Lethal. But I just want to come and say congratulations. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm so tired.
No, yeah. But thank
you. Steph changed her hair. It's been literally 3 minutes since I've seen her, and her hair's different.
I just put it up.
Oh.
It's so easy. You just
it is.
Mine's the same though.
Well,
it's very simple. I just put up. But no, congratulations on your membership. Yay!
Thank you so much. It's still kind of surreal because, like, as I said at the beginning of my stream, I expected that I would have to reach a certain subscriber milestone, and then I log into YouTube, and they're like, "Want to learn about memberships? Here you go." And it's like, when does this become a thing?
That's awesome.
So yeah,
my hair's different now too.
Now you look like emo Ryan.
My hair's different now.
Okay.
So tell Lethal not to work you like a be like don't work you like a slave or anything like that. You'll get your shirt done when you get it done, pretty much.
I thought Mara was trying to come up with a different word to say than slave, and then she just said it anyway.
I said it.
Like, what's she gonna say?
Fucking anyway. I was like, okay, cancel me. I said the word slave basically, but tell them like you'll get it done when you get it done, pretty much.
Yeah. I need to send you my sketches. I have some sketches done, rough sketches. I'm polishing it now, but they look cool. I think they look cool. I sent Rhino his photo, and he likes it. So yeah, I think they look pretty dope.
And also,
and the girl looks cool too from behind. She's like.
And also to everyone in the chat, if you're a member and you see the emotes, My Nerdy Home stuff is the reason why I have those 4 emotes to begin with. So basically you have YouTube only allows like 10 max characters when naming these emotes, because I wanted to name the one Judgmental Mara, but I can only write Judgy Mara pretty much to get the point across. But you have that, Raging Mara or whatever. Then I can only label it pancakes. Like I said, I only have like 10 characters I can use.
You can label Mara cakes.
I could change it. Yeah, Mara cakes. Yeah.
You could, if you want to save characters, you just do like Mara Rage, Mara Judge.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
Mara Smash.
I might do Mara Smash pretty much, but then you have Emo Lethal. So if you want to put any Emo Lethal,
look, there's my emotes. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so little.
Yep, they are. Because
like, cute.
Oh, that was another pain in the ass to deal with, because I'm trying to like upload emotes and then like the badge images for like the different tiers, and it's like they can only be like a certain size. So I'm trying to like basically scale the sizes down, and every time I put them up, they're like too big, too big, too big. And I keep pretty much. It was a pain. It was a pain.
They're cute. I like Pancake Mara because Lethal's always asking for pancakes. So
Yeah.
And then Emo Lethal too. He's in a. You can't even see it though. Oh man, he's in a Hawaiian shirt. Like.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they make them like you can only make them like so big.
I know, but his picture is so freaking cute. He's in a Hawaiian shirt and a robe, and he has his beanie on. And his face is like.
It's like
pretty much.
It is so freaking cute. I love that photo.
Geek Blend, thank you for stopping by. So basically, like you just joined us, Steph, but I was not able to be online much over the past couple days, so I kind of missed the whole. The Last of Us Part 2 originally had a darker ending. They were originally going to go with the ending that was supposed to happen or should have happened, and that is Abby dies.
Death to Abby.
Yes.
Good. She should have died.
Yes, that was the original ending. It was supposed to be the original ending. But no, it was too dark. It was too dark. Someone had to break
it was too dark.
Yeah.
It was
much darker. Much darker. And as Ryan pointed out, basically.
But then we got Abby Smash, so that's okay.
Abby Smash, and then Ellie kills hundreds of people getting to Abby, but someone had to break the cycle of violence. So hundreds of people had to die for someone to decide to break the cycle of violence.
I've heard more complaints about people having to kill the dogs on this game.
So,
but
and they told us we wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But killing Abby is too dark. Sure.
Oh, yeah. Abby's quite a bitch, so.
I'm sure they would have gotten some satisfaction.
Manly.
Having to do that. Killing Joel is too dark. Exactly, Larry. Yeah. All right, Mara. I gotta go.
Okay.
I have to finish up some stuff, but I wanted to stop by and say congratulations because this is your celebration stream. So the Geek Blend is a new member. That is awesome. Great job.
Thank you, Geek Blend, for joining. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And
you can now use those emotes that I created for Mara.
And I got two more slots. So I'm hoping one of them is Mara giving the middle finger, pretty much.
Yeah. I'll do that one. I have a lot to do. I have a lot.
Don't worry.
Stuff's really busy.
I know.
Don't worry. So, what I want to do is basically figure out one on my own, and that is Geralt. Basically, have one of Geralt, but have the text say "fuck." Basically,
fuck. That's a good one, actually.
So, that's what I want to do for one. I'll work on that one. But so you're to thank for the emotes I have now. Very much appreciate it, and tell Lethal to basically just stuff it if he gets on your back about getting the shirt done.
I know.
So
I'm excited though. I'm excited to do the shirt for him. So
you can see what the images are.
It takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time to draw all that stuff up.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell him to back off, pretty much.
I'll tell him to go too. I'll be like, Mara said, leave me alone.
Yeah, you do that, and if he comes to me, I'll say yeah, you did.
All right.
What are you gonna do?
I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Congratulations, Mara. Bye.
Thank you. And sorry, a super chat from Paisley Gemini for $4.99. Hail Mara, I was going to see Wonder Woman 84, but I'm going to wait for your review when it's released. I'm late to the stream. Also, how do I become a member? If you are on your laptop, it's weird when you're on a phone, basically. So depending on
mostly iPhone.
Yeah, pretty much. iPhones suck when it comes to that. But if you're on your laptop, there is a join button. If you look at my channel page, you should be able to click on that, and it will give you the two options, the two tiers I have set up. So you can pick one of the two if you want to join. That's how you do it on your laptop. If you're on your phone, let me know, and I will grab the link and put it in the chat so you can join that way. So let me know in the chat how you're watching the stream so I know for sure. And sorry, more people stopped in. Let's see. No, that's not Mario Baseball. It looks like it, Senate, but that's not Mario Baseball. Let's see. Senate. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and but thank you for the super chat, Paisley Gemini. Yeah, I hopefully the October date is set in stone by now, and that is when we're going to see the Wonder Woman 84 movie. Like I said, I'm still planning on seeing it, as apprehensive as I am. Because I want to give an honest go in and give it a chance, pretty much. I'm apprehensive about the leaks basically being proven to be true with the trailers and everything. But I want to give it a chance to see if maybe in execution it's not that bad. And I know that's kind of like a negative way of putting it, but I'm hoping that's about as positive a spin as I can put on it. But did you see the image I shared with the images that Patty Jenkins shared of Cheetah? Or at least
I've seen the one of Cheetah. The one it looks like kind of low quality because maybe it's the color shading or whatever. But I mean, it looks basically like we've thought all along.
Yeah, you're talking about like the TV screen, basically.
Yeah, that's probably
that's one I shared, and I was like, basically, what the fuck? It looks like Ziggy Stardust on that image. I have like no idea what they were thinking when they okayed that design, because you have how many options to choose from the comic.
What would you want her to look like? What would you want it to do to make it better?
Well, I'll bring up the image that I've liked of Cheetah, and I'll show you. I mean, I'm not saying they would have absolutely had to do this. But let me just bring up some images. Like here is, I'm gonna stop sharing this. Share screen. Something like this. I'm not saying like, they would have had to work it with practical effects and CGI, but I think like for me, what's killing it is more the hair than anything.
I agree. I do think the hair's trash.
The hair makes it look like you're dressing as Lady Gaga dressing as a cheetah, pretty much. This is like I'm not saying they would have to necessarily go with this, but this is an option they could have done with the design.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it looks like on screen. With full finished visual effects and everything and what they do. But yeah, I agree. I don't like the hair. The rest of it, I can kind of wait and see. I do think it looks a little dumb, but yeah.
Like I said, I'm giving it a chance. I'm not a fan of the leaks for obvious reasons, but I'm going in thinking, seeing if maybe the execution wise, it's not that it's at least okay. And that's about as positive as I can be right now when it comes to Wonder Woman 84. Pretty much at this point. Jade Shadow, hello. Lancer737. The Atlanta News just said us bronies have a Nazi problem, while the Sun said all us male fans are misogynists and all powerful male characters need to be removed from the show.
What?
I don't know. I mean, I know what a pony is.
Are you a brony, Lancer?
I know what a brony is, but I'm not sure what show you're talking about, unfortunately.
Runner Studios says, sorry about Rocket League. It's okay. I was just mad.
Shots, I doubted very much because all the leaked images, the costumes, the toys, and now this image that was shared originally by Patty Jenkins and then reshared by a DC page on Twitter says it's that what we saw earlier in the year is what Cheetah is going to look like in the film.
Yeah.
I can bring that image back up if you want to see Geekland, if you have not seen that, but I'm just no, I have not done that. Will, what I am celebrating is the membership option on my channel. So if you want to join, there are 2 tiers set up that I have established. So you subscribe basically or join per month, and each tier I kind of offer perks to the people, like depending on the tier. And you can look at the perks if you click on the join button and see if maybe you want to or not. I'm not expecting anybody to. I hope we introduce to Giganta or Silver Swan. I really don't trust Warner Bros. At this point. But here is Geekblend. If you have not seen, yeah, that's the image I'm talking about, Geekblend, where she's on the TV screen, and that's the image that was shared recently by Patty Jenkins.
Yeah,
that is one I think I still have up on through my Twitter page. Here it is. This is the image right here, Geek Blend. It was recently shared. So this is not an early makeup job or anything, or early concept. This is basically everything we've seen up until now confirming what we've seen, pretty much. And that is, she's going to look like, God, I feel like I'm like just this like of being offensive or insulting when I say Ziggy Stardust, but that's what she looks like.
I mean, it looks very much like Cats. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And Jerron Jones, thank you. Keaton is back. Yes, that's another rumor that has been circulating, and that is the whole. Let me bring this up. That Michael Keaton is, according to rumors, in talks to be in more than one DC film, with Batman Beyond possibly being one of them. Pretty much.
The other one would be Flashpoint or Flash.
Which I could kind of understand, just because of the multiple, the different Earths that he would be going through and so forth, like different Batmans he would be facing, and Michael Keaton could be one of them. Much like they did with the CW show.
I think that I don't know. There's so many rumors going on there when it comes to DC. I think that the Snyder Cut opened up this like fucking whirlwind of shit where now everyone realizes anything could happen. So that's why we're starting to hear a lot of these. The day before this, we heard that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in talks to play Thomas Wayne for Flash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Just like Geekblend said, we're not going to get both. So it's going to be one or the other. It's either going to be Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne in a traditional Flashpoint story, or it's going to be, like Muschietti said, a different take on Flashpoint. And we're going to, instead of going, trying to run in time and altering the timeline, it may be when he tries to go back in time, he discovers the multiverse and, goes to, 2020 Earth 89. Earth 89 being the one at which Michael Keaton's Batman from Batman 89 and Batman Returns, has existed ever since 1989. He's still been being Batman all the way up until this point. So that's what we could see. And I think that's really cool. But
I would love to see either. I think probably, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Flash film, quite frankly. Like they keep saying that it's still happening. But as of now, I'm not really, I haven't seen anything moving forward as far as script or anything like that. And then there's whole up in the air with Ezra Miller if he was coming back because of the video that surfaced of him choking a woman in where was it, Iceland? Pretty much a bar in Iceland. So and then the whole comic cough happened and everything got put on hold as a result of that. So it's basically we're now in the state of limbo, and with all that. I don't know. I think probably of the two, not the more likely is in terms of plot, but I think the more likely in terms of actors would probably be getting Jeffrey Dean Morgan to play Thomas Wayne as per the Flashpoint movie. But I would love to see Michael Keaton as Batman Beyond older Batman role if they were to do it that way. But like we said, it's still rumors at this point. There's no way to really confirm or deny anything because nothing really has been set, at least in terms of anything moving forward with that movie that I've seen.
Why do I hate Ezra Miller's Flash? Because he's not one. His lines in the movie are absolute fucking dog shit. And they're lies. They're fucking lies. They're not even in continuity with the fucking universe. In Suicide Squad, you see Flash literally fight and arrest Captain Boomerang. He's got a cameo in that. Yet in Justice League, he goes, I've never done battle before. I've just gone and pushed people and ran away.
Yeah.
He has terrible lines like that. His in the same way that a lot of people. So here's my thing: if you hate Lex Luthor, or if you hate Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, then you should hate Ezra Miller's Flash even more, because his personality is like so completely opposite of Barry Allen, and it's not like the way that Clark Kent isn't necessarily the traditional Clark Kent that we would expect. It's so beyond who Barry Allen is that it doesn't make any sense. It's much more like a Bart Allen type of character.
Yeah.
So that's why I hate Ezra Miller as Flash. And I kind of hate Ezra Miller in everything he's in, to be quite honest. I hate him in whatever that fucking Harry Potter show is. What is it? Not Harry Potter, but fuck. With Ned Salmet, with Ned Scamander. Magical Beast, Fantastic Beasts, where to find him. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one. And to the Geek Blends comments here, Snyder didn't write the push people and run away line, which is why I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all of the Flash portrayal, the Barry Allen portrayal in the Justice League film. But at the same time, I am withholding final judgment until I see the Snyder cut because of the fact that those lines were obviously written by Joss Whedon. Those are lines obviously written by someone who does not know the character that well. So that's why I'm not entirely faulting the performance, at least Ezra Miller, in terms of being cast as the Flash, until I see what Zack Snyder would have given us with the character, because then we would see what if it was truly just his performance, or it was a combination of the writing and directing from Joss Whedon, which I would say is more or less that.
So basically, all of Ezra Miller's stuff that we saw in Justice League, that kind of stands out. Him falling on Wonder Woman's tits in the same way that was it Bruce? Was it Hulk that fell on Scarlett Johansson in Age of Ultron? The same freaking joke. The same joke from Joss Whedon twice. That line about not pushing or just running away. The entire scene with the family that was randomly there in not Russia, but whatever country that was, which Steppenwolf started terraforming the earth. All of that, Zack Snyder, when he's asked about these, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because that's all Joss Whedon. So I do think there's a chance he could be a lot better as Flash. I hope it is. That's always what I say too in every video I make. I say, I hate Ezra Miller's Flash, but I'm willing to see what we actually get. And you were supposed to get way more backstory about Flash and his relationship with Iris West and things like that got completely cut out of the movie.
He was in the film because there are actually screenshots that Zack Snyder shared with Flash and Iris West. So we were supposed to see that. We were also supposed to see more of Cyborg because, according to Zack Snyder, Cyborg was the heart of the film. And a lot of the shots that we saw in the trailer were mysteriously gone from the final cut that we got in theaters. And the whole editing of that situation just did not make sense that I saw, at least. With, for example, Cyborg telling the cops you should move. That was where, when they were doing the sort of the final battle with Superman and no cops around. But they were in the trailer that we saw.
Well, the cop. So there is a whole cop military, kind of side story that's about 20 or 25 minutes that gets completely cut out of this and you never see it. And that's, the military was there when that was going on. And that's Cyborg busts through a tank, if I believe. Yeah. I don't remember if it's a tank or a police car or something, but he busts through some sort of vehicle when he saves those guys. And that was completely cut out. And that's when we were supposed to get introduced to the character Sam Benjamin plays, who would go on to become Green Lantern, that we never saw.
Yeah, which is also what I am mad about, because my dad, his favorite characters growing up when he was reading DC Comics were Flash and Green Lantern. So I would have loved to have seen at least an inkling of Green Lantern. He didn't have to be necessarily Green Lantern in the movie, but at least set it up that down the road we would see Green Lantern, most likely Hal Jordan, show up within the DCEU, within the Snyderverse, which is what I would have loved to see.
Yeah, well, and the recent rumor that Grace Randolph broke, I guess, about potentially bringing in Ryan Reynolds to play Green Lantern, I hate that idea, to be honest, because that was never, ever, ever part of the plan. So why would you do that? You already have Sam Benjamin, who was cast to be a Green Lantern in the movie, even if not in the suit, but potentially, to go on and play Green Lantern.
Yeah.
There's no confirmation of whether you get to see him in the suit or not. Why, like, bringing in Ryan Reynolds to me would just be to bring in the name and get the name attached to it. And I was talking to Steph earlier, and she brought up like a great point about Ryan Reynolds and how he's treated Green Lantern as a fucking joke, like as a mistake that he fucking hated doing it. It's a butt of so many jokes in like the Deadpool movies and stuff. To bring him back would just, after like everything he said about the movie, it would just be fucking disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not like necessarily a Marvel fan, but I think he works much, much better as Deadpool. It's like his personality fits more with that character than I think it does with Hal Jordan. I'm not entirely faulting him necessarily with the Green Lantern film, but
hi, Steve.
It doesn't work. Yes, Steve for showing up, and there was also
like I don't mind.
Yeah,
like I don't
even film that scene. It was a double because she didn't want to have Ezra Miller falling on her boobs in that scene, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, and I think that I thought Ryan Reynolds was fine as Hal Jordan. I thought he was fine. I don't think the movie was good. I think a big mistake with that movie, one, the fact that Jeff Johns was so involved. And then two, the fact that they tried to, the other fact is that they tried to bring in, like, Parallax is the main villain. Parallax is such like a fucking otherworldly sort of man. He's literally fear itself. He's a huge fucking villain, and he's kind of tough to comprehend. So for Parallax to like be the villain in that, I thought was a mistake.
They always try to. Sometimes with the first film, and this is just my opinion, when you're starting off with a potential franchise, doesn't matter if it's a superhero movie or whatnot. My feeling is that you should start simple. I think a lot of these studios like want to add that shock value of a big bad villain to get people hyped, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, for big bad villains like Parallax, introducing Enchantress, introducing Darkseid, those are villains like with what MCU did with Thanos. Those are villains that have to be built up throughout multiple films, and that threat that they pose building up to that. And if they were introduced, like, say, Thanos at the beginning of the MCU, it would. I think it kind of petered out in a way because people weren't fans of Endgame, but at the same time, I think it would have been a lot worse if they were introduced as big bad early on, and then what the hell are they going to do after that? Pretty much. Same thing with that movie, Green Lantern movie did. Sorry. Sorry.
What's that? The Green Streak?
Yeah.
What movie?
Yes, it said one of the recent DC films, but I don't remember. I know I've seen.
Well, in Justice League, they did have the Green Lantern from, back during the flashback sequence when, Steppenwolf was invading, which obviously, that's going to be a lot different. It's going to be Darkseid invading Earth, in that flashback memory sequence. Obviously, you had I forget the name of the Green Lantern, but it's a Green Lantern from a long ass time ago who died.
So that might be the green streak that he's talking about. Because I do remember that, because at one point you see the ring. Because that Green Lantern dies.
He dies and the ring goes. And some people have theorized that ring, the way it moves, may have been like a repurposed Omega beam from Darkseid. Because it does, like, from the special effects, it does look like exactly like that. But I don't think they got that far in. I don't think they got that far in editing to have installed that yet. But who knows?
And that's why I was kind of I don't want to say ticked, but kind of frustrated that because the Green Lantern is an original member of Justice League, and to at least not have him in the movie in a way setting him up for when they do form the Justice League, because that's how the movie kind of ends, is Batman, which would not have happened, where he's like acting all giddy like in a way in this room, going, "I'm gonna have a table here, and it's gonna be this because we're gonna have all these members around it." Like, no, that's not Batman. Batman doesn't really give a shit about that, about at least that aspect of Justice League, because he's more of a loner. He's not the one that would be planning, like, with the table and who to bring in and everything. But they could have at least introduced him. He was, sorry, in the original comic books, Green Lantern Hal Jordan actually becomes Parallax. So, which is true, but like I said, like, they introduced him too early on, basically. Too early on, as far as, like, the movie. Sorry. I'm not sure what this means.
Sir Red Shirt McGee, it's probably a joke about Star Trek. No, I forget his fucking name. I just read it in a video I made the other day. But yeah, he has a name. I don't remember though.
I think they kind of did. Because in, like, was it the second one or something? Where he's using that...
He's going back in time.
Yeah, I think he does encounter his version where his mouth is sewn shut. And that, I think one say it's that one. So, and Martian Manhunter, yes, that's another one. That was supposed to be at least, I'm blanking on his name, the general's name. Why am I blanking on his name?
General Swanwick.
Yes. That we were going to be introduced to the fact that he's actually Martian Manhunter, who is, in fact, a member of the Justice League. He, along with Green Lantern, and then, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, so forth, form the original Justice League. And it's just... That's what Zack Snyder was building up to with his 5-movie arc. I think like Justice League was supposed to be like, what, 3 movies? Like a trilogy? Like Justice League itself?
Originally, yes, and then before they started the filming for Justice League, that original 3-film arc kind of got meshed into 2 films, and that's why Justice League is so fucking long, right? Because they kind of combined it.
So, okay, we'll jump to these. Yeah, at the end of Deadpool 2, he goes to a few different places and fixes things. One of which was shooting the original Origins version of himself in that. I knew it was one. I knew it was like he did that. Sorry, Orange Hat Review said they should have stuck with the DCAU as DC's main features. The DCEU fell apart. The movie where Batman took also reading was priceless. I pretty much blame studio interference and Jeff Johns, what he did with the DCEU falling apart. They should have just stuck to Zack Snyder's movie and then, or 5-movie arc, and then use the Flash movie as a flashpoint to do a soft reboot of the DC films and have a DC cinematic multiverse. That's all they should have done. But then they screwed themselves over, so now they're trying to course correct. And doing so, they're releasing the Snyder Cut on HBO Max, which is a step in the right direction, but at the same time, it's kind of putting a Band-Aid on what they did initially, so they really need to fix everything they started screwing up with when they brought in Joss Whedon and then allowed him and Jeff Johns to basically screw over Zack Snyder and ultimately, 80% of Snyder's film reshot. So that's basically Whedon's film at that point.
Yeah, it's a completely different movie. We've been saying it for a long time, right? Zack Snyder estimated one time you've probably saw a quarter of what I did. People who actually have seen Justice League, which Zack Snyder claims to have not ever watched Justice League, the theatrical release, just because he just felt like he couldn't see it, right? People who actually have worked on both films say it's closer to 15 to 20% of Zack's footage actually survived. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I just said Martian Manhunter was an original member. That's why I said we would have been introduced, or at least the revelation would have been that the general was Jean, Martian Manhunter, and then also Sam Benjamin would have been revealed to be, at least initially, that he was going to be Green Lantern.
It has to be Hal Jordan. He has to be Hal Jordan. There's no way he's not.
That we wouldn't have seen him as Green Lantern. It would have been like him saying, "My name is Hal Jordan," and we'd have been like, "Oh yes, Green Lantern's going to be showing up at some point," pretty much.
Yeah.
So it would have been like that revelation that we would have known.
He looks like he looks like he could be Hal, and the fact that he talked about like the parts that he was in is in this portion that was completely cut out, the military side arc, right? Obviously, Hal Jordan's a pilot. Maybe they were going to Ferris Airfield. You know, who knows where they were going during this? They could have tied in a lot, but for sure, I have no doubts in my mind that he was supposed to be Hal Jordan.
Bruce Lombardo, sorry, I saw that you joined in. Thank you for stopping by. Wolf Whisperer as well. Thank you for stopping by. He has a comment here. I've just been watching an absolutely amazing, funny video by Shadiversity about how a golf club is the bestest, most effective weapon ever. Highly recommend.
That's the one that Orange Hat, I think, was talking about that he tagged me in. I haven't been able to watch it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, the tag. But I've been going for pretty much an hour now, and I wanted to do kind of a short stream to celebrate the memberships and talk basically pop culture news and so forth. Because I have some schoolwork I need to finish before I go to sleep, and right now I'm very, very tired. And I want to thank my guest, Steph from My Nerdy Home, who stopped in really fast to congratulate me and to give her opinion on the stupidity of the Last of Us Part 2. The ending that we should have gotten, that should have happened, and then just ultimately was scrapped and changed and then did not make sense to the whole point of the story. And Ryan Kindle for stopping in and giving his opinion also on that stupidity, plus the DC news about potentially seeing Michael Keaton show up as Batman, or at least a version of Batman in the Flashpoint film, which I would love to see. I arguably would love to see, but I'm not holding out hopes for that just yet until closer we get to productions actually resuming and we actually start getting more confirmation news in a way of things happening, because right now it's all speculation, it's all rumor, because there's nothing happening as far as filming goes. Because the Batman movie is not resuming filming until July right now. I think early July at this point when they're supposed to start filming again. So hopefully by then, and the closer we get to the Wonder Woman film, we'll begin to give you guys more concrete DC news, or film news once that starts happening. But I want to thank everyone in the chat for stopping by for this short stream. It's kind of a decision I made yesterday, sort of impromptu, that I would do this instead of a video today, which was easier because of my whole school schedule at this point. But Ryan, let everybody know about any videos you might have, your Fuck Naughty Dog merch, which I have yet to get, your shirt. I got the Star Wars books. I can't be on the EU book club because I just literally got them, and I can't.
Well, I haven't started reading mine yet, Samar. You're in the same boat as me.
Yeah,
I've got 24 hours or 48 hours to read it. That'll be no problem.
So, if I didn't have schoolwork, I would have no problem either. But I got to finish up a couple assignments tonight, and then I got to read 3 chapters and do sort of like 3 small quizzes per chapter as part of the assignments, and then work on additional assignments for this one class that I'm in. So I'll do Sunday. Yay me! Yay me! Pretty much. But yes, any videos that you're working on, the EU Book Club, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, we're doing EU Book Club, Jedi Search. I gotta actually start reading it the next day, so I can have it finished. It'll be no problem. I'm a pretty quick reader, and I've read it before. So we've got that coming up on Saturday. I'm gonna try to find a Naughty Dog video for tonight. Keep on going with that. Trying to get to 20K subs by the Sunday stream. It's gonna be a push, but I think maybe we can do it. I guess we'll see.
You're pushing 19K right now. It's like Naughty Dog is the gift that keeps on giving at this point for YouTubers.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my God.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, check out my channel if you're not subbed.
Okay. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, very much appreciate you stopping by. Don't know what my schedule is going to exactly be like tomorrow. Might do a video. We'll see if I do, look for that. If not, I believe tomorrow, Orange Hat Reviews, if you're in the chat, let me know. But one Friday, either tomorrow or a week later, is the Versus stream, which is Darth Kaitis versus the emo bitch from the sequel trilogy. And I know I will be a part of that. I want to say it's tomorrow, but I cannot remember because every day right now is blurring together at this point for me. So I have no idea at what point in the calendar year we are right now. Until I get through the assignments I have due on Sunday, I can't relax. So we'll see. If it's not a week later, okay, thank you. So what I might do instead of a video tomorrow, because of my schedule, I might do another live stream. I will let everyone know. I'll tweet it out, and it'll be like another nerdy pop culture stream, which will probably be a little bit later than the 8:30 time frame since it's the weekend, and we can all pretty much stay up late at that point. But look for that or the video. So thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for the congratulations. Thank you to my guests, Seth from My Nerdy Home, and Ryan for stopping by and talking DC news and Naughty Dog. Appreciate it all. So thank you, everyone, and see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.